How would you feel?
Oh, Lord.
If you were in this situation?
Let me just throw it back. If I was doing the slapping or the...
If I was I know you're Big Daddy out here.
No, tell me. Not the slapping.
No, you're the Jada in this situation, and you're Boo's the Boo, being Will.
Yeah.
And he goes up there and slaps somebody. In theory, kind of in your honor, right?
Yeah.
to protect your name. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's okay?
Do you want the honest answer?
Yeah, I do.
Want, like, the politically correct answer?
No, I want your honest answer.
10:02. This is the latest we've started.
It's been a minute.
The more crazy I feel, the better my talking points.
Exactly. We're bringing it back.
You know what I mean? If you were to listen to the old episodes, like actually, like the ones where we weren't even filming, obviously. Like I'm talking July 2020.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, the fact that we started this podcast in July 2020, I'm just gonna let y'all's imagination take it away with the type of things we were talking about.
Right.
The thoughts that we were forming, the conversations that we were partaking in. Think about the energy of July 2020. Like, actually. Was anyone okay?
No.
No.
No one was okay.
Did people need any podcast mics? No.
No.
Were podcast mics sold out?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because we were trying to get some,
right.
and they were selling out.
Everyone was trying to talk.
All the men were like, I have something to say.
Oh, God.
I hate women. We know.
Duh. Please take it up with your mother.
Actually, and your ex from middle school. Those are the two people you have beef with.
Right. None of us.
None
or
of
the
us.
new girls who
Yes.
you're projecting on.
Yeah, anyone you find
and bringing-
attractive
right.
that you're ready to kill.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, though.
But truly, though, are we okay even now? You know, you said like 20,
no.
20, but it's like 2022, you know what I mean?
I
And
would
it's
actually I would love like an app that just asks me, are you okay?
Right.
Or how are you? You know, like we talk about, like people love to ask, how are you? And you don't really know if you want to tell the truth or not because you know the truth is really heavy.
Right.
So you're just like, yeah, I'm fine. How are you? I would like an app where I could say my real honest thoughts too.
Yeah.
You know, that would be a cool therapy app.
Ooh, yeah. I was just thinking it would be dope for it to be like a voice memo.
Even
like
better.
If I could like blurp in, be like, today.
Some shit went
This
down.
bitch.
Tried
this
me.
man tried me.
Actually, though.
And I
have something to say about it.
You know what I mean? And I feel like hearing your voice over
Honestly,
again.
Yo, you know what would be
If you
cool?
want to tap back into that day.
Is also if like it asked you, okay, this happened to you. Let's like write about or talk about all the different scenarios that this could have gone, all the different things you could have done. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Because like that would be a good release. Like obviously you don't want to go and slap him and tell him he ain't shit and fuck him. You don't want to see him again. But like maybe if your diary asked you, your app diary asked you, well, what would you do if you could do anything? And you just tapped it out. I would do this and I would do that. And you're like, damn, released. I feel good now.
It's true.
Sometimes you need to feel like you can do certain things. Doesn't mean you're going to.
Yeah.
But you have the power within you, to act up.
Mm-hmm.
And just even forming that story maybe sometimes is enough.
Right.
To be like, ha, that was funny. I'm not going to do that, though.
Right. It can just live in your journal.
Yeah.
No one has to know.
I know.
Ooh, yeah. I really like that.
You know, it's creative, too.
Yeah. Ooh,
You know,
that's a
that's
fun
fun.
way to release some anger.
I know.
Creative. I've always loved a little creative writing.
It's fun. I think that shit is so fun.
Uh-huh.
Because where's it going to take you? You don't know.
Right. Could be bad, could be sexy. You don't know.
Okay, speaking of sexy, I was talking about a story that you're also in.
Oh, okay.
It happened today. I had like the most busy day ever and like nothing was going right. And, you know, obviously I was telling my best friend about it the whole time. And she was, you know, trying to make me feel some woosah. through the text,
Yes,
trying to calm me down, tell me everything's
good
going to be okay, sending good vibes as I'm like, literally in a shit show. And one of the things you said was, the universe just wants you to move slow and sexy today. And when I tell you, when I read that, I was like, oh my God. Is that what the universe wants? Because I'll move slow and sexy, baby. Like, I will. Because, as a Capricorn rising, when people tell me I need to move slow, I'm like, why? Let's keep it going. Let's push. Let's see how much I can give.
Right.
Let's do it. Let's go. On the brink of burnout. Let's just keep on pushing it. So toxic. So not okay. Yeah. But yeah, the universe was clearly telling me to slow down. And the way you formed that for me as a Scorpio, it worked.
Yes.
Because I was like, someone's sexy. Oh, I'll give you someone
She's
sexy.
like, oh,
I'm going to slow down. I'm going to move slow.
Step aside, Capricorn rising.
Actually, let all my Scorpio take over.
Right, sexy
it was just
Scorpio's
lovely.
Coming.
Exactly.
Cool, calm,
and I just want to give you guys also this energy too. If you sometimes feel like moving slow is something that you're not comfortable with, you love to push yourself, how about you think of it as moving slow and sexy?
Yeah.
Because no matter what, when you speak slower, walk slower, do anything slower, it has the potential to be more sexy.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you're very mindful of how you're approaching it. And when you do that, I feel like a lot of sex appeal is definitely present.
Yes.
So next time, just move slow and sexy, as Maya said.
I love that. I love that it made you so happy today.
Made me so happy.
It just came to me, and I was like, I feel like this is what she needs.
And it literally was.
It's so true. It's like, I feel like everyone, especially society, they want you to move so fast, get things done quicker. You're always hurrying to the next thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And imagine if you're just like, fuck it, I'm going to just go slow and let everybody look at me and be feeling on me.
Absolutely. And I don't know what it is. I feel like sometimes when things go wrong, we can't help but want to move faster to make shit happen faster.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And although in that moment we think, okay, well, if I fix it faster, it's going to get better faster. Like, that could really be biting you in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, if something's not working, I would say 99% of the time, actually, it means move slower.
No, that's so true.
We so badly want a solution. We want shit to get better that we're like, well, I'll give you everything I got. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And the universe is like, you're literally getting colder. Like, that's not what I asked.
Right. It's like actually wanting you to take a pause.
Yeah.
And you're doing everything of the opposite. You're so right. Like, why is it that we almost force it to make a decision or like go faster when
because we're impatient.
We're
We're impatient with ourselves and we're impatient with the world. Like,
it's so
we
true.
just talked about this. Like, when people are really rude to you or really impatient with you, it's because they're impatient with themselves. They are rude to themselves. Like,
that's
if
facts.
someone has love to give for themselves and they're patient with themselves, they will be that way with you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't that way. Most people aren't, especially in America. I feel like patience in America is something that is not felt. Like, we are very go, go, go. And it's, like I said, capitalism. It's like, it's glorified to be busy. It's glorified. I don't have enough time. Oh, my God. I got to go here. I got to go there. I got to go to yoga. I got to go to work.
Right.
I got to hang out with my friends. I don't even have time for me.
No.
Like, that's not cute.
No, it's so true. I feel like just in general.
Well, I guess going to yoga isn't bad, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got to go.
No, I kind of feel like in general in society, like patience and like moving slow isn't really valued or like appreciated. And I feel like we've talked about this before. It really is a privilege and a luxury to be able to do that.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I can't help but think that, like, if you've been living a fast-paced life for a long time and you have not seen life outside of that, you aren't going to take people seriously that move slow. Or people that are calm, you're just like, must be nice. Like, that's dumb. I'm busy. I keep myself busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, yeah? You know what I mean? Like, they can't help but be a little bit judgy. So I think it's important to find that balance, though.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. No, it's definitely all about the balance.
Because you're not grounded.
No, not at all.
Like, you may be successful, you may be killing it, but you're not grounded. You don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labor if all you're doing is going.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like personally when I'm around those people, like I see that they've reached high achievements and stuff, but their energy makes me anxious.
Same.
Like I'm like, ooh, I can't really be around you for too long because
No.
now I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
'Cause I'm not even grounded.
Right.
You
have somehow
Exactly.
manage me.
You're taking me like literally
Out of
with
my
your
room.
tornado of busyness. You know, as I'm staying grounded to the ground, you are coming like this and pulling me with you.
Right.
And a lot of people, I feel like, yeah, like I said, they're comfortable with that because they don't know anything besides that. And when you see your value as only the work you produce, you can't help but feel like you need to keep going. Because if it ever stops, where does your value come from? But if your value comes from other things, you can pause. Because no matter what you're doing, you have value.
Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't come from other people or the things that you do. Like you said, it doesn't come from work. It doesn't come from your friends or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever, your boss. It comes from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get to decide what makes you valuable. And it's like when people don't agree with it, then you're like, you don't get to hang around me.
Yeah.
Either. You know what I mean? That's the other thing that I feel like is really powerful when you learn to love yourself. It's like, okay, I've decided or I've realized these things about me that are fucking great.
Yeah.
And if you don't like these things about me, then you don't like me.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like sometimes people forget that.
Yeah. Or they just change it. You know what I mean? They shift their value system and their beliefs to make other people feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like the happiest you'll be is if you realize that like no matter who's around you, you still need to keep the promises you made to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even when there's new people around. Because I feel like sometimes, especially with new people, we feel the need to prove ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm being honest here. You know what I mean? Everyone does, some more than others. So we kind of change our value system to relate to other people.
Mm-hmm.
But do you really even want to be around people that at the end of the day aren't aligned with you in terms of your values and what you think matters in life? You know what I mean? Like you want to be around people that get that shit.
Yeah.
So you should never have to change it.
Yeah, because when it's like when you're at times of adversity, don't you want someone who's going to be supportive and understanding of your thought process? That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, sure, you could be with anybody, but wouldn't you rather be with somebody who understands you and your experiences?
Yeah. You would think, but I think people just want anybody.
Yeah.
You know, so they're not picky enough. And then it bites them in the ass when it's the wrong somebody that is there. You know, you're like, well, like, they're my friend. Or like, well, did you guys have anything in common? Or were they just your friend because they were there?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
You want someone that you're compatible with in friendship, relationship, whatever, even a job. You want to be aligned in terms of your culture.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not aligned, it's going to be very obvious when you're going through times of adversity.
Yeah.
Because they're unable to support you.
Right. And like think about it too, like their family, their other friends, they're also are probably going to be bringing you tension because of whatever factor, you know what I mean? These other values, like the people they are with hold those same values as the person you are with or whatever. So it's not just coming even from them, it's coming from their whole ass world. And now all of a sudden, I feel like it kind of makes you question your reality and what you value as lovable and good about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
No, I know.
And I don't like that. Because
don't
it's like
either.
you can pick who you want to be around. And I feel like people forget that, and I want them to be pickier. Like you're not being picky enough.
Yeah, you're not.
Can I just say that? You're not being picky enough.
I 100% agree. When you're picky enough, again, that when everyone's like, I want a circle that I can trust. I want people I can trust. I want people I actually like vibe with. Well, like be like you said, be picky. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of people. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Is it the right fish for you?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
But again, that goes back to accountability, and we know that people don't like that word.
They don't.
They don't like accountability.
People also don't like losing people. Can we talk about that?
Well, that's hard.
It's like they have a tally mark. These are all the connections I have. I need you guys to get comfortable with the number 0. How about that? You know what I mean? If all you have is you, I need you to get comfortable with that. Because like you said, when you're picky enough, you're okay with it just being you, and you will cut people off that disrespect you and cross your boundaries. Mm-hmm. But people so badly want to hold on to these connections, even though people have done them dirty, people have been disrespectful to them, all in the name of, well, I get along with everyone. I know how to keep friends. What do you want? You want a cookie?
Right. It's like, do those friends show
Let it
up
go.
for you?
Let it go.
Are these friends toxic for you?
Yeah,
Like, you
do
don't
they
get a
support
cookie
you
for that.
in any way other than the fact that they've been there for a while?
Yeah.
And you guys can drink together, be around each other and talk shit. Like,
right.
You know, what else? What else?
Truly, what else? I feel like friendships are not fulfilling if there isn't more than that.
Absolutely.
At least not for me.
Yeah, everyone's different.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Is it a Libra man?
Yes.
That resorted to fighting?
Yes.
Let's get into it.
Will Smith.
Let's get into it.
I think everybody knows that he slapped Chris Rock, you know.
Right on the face?
Yeah.
During Aries season, the day Mercury moved into Aries.
Yeah.
And was opposing his Libra sun and Libra Mercury.
This man was fed up.
He was fed the fuck up.
Oh.
And that is my thing, you know. I just have to say, obviously, violence, it should not be something that you resort to. Mm-hmm. Let's put that all out there. Yes. Now can we laugh? Okay. I'm happy for him. I stand with him. The thing is, it's not just about like this being a will thing. For me, I'm thinking about Libra energy. Right. And people are like, Libra's so passive. Libra gets along with everyone. Libra's so fake. When Libra is fed up, they will fight like an Aries. Right. All right. They're going to fight like an Aries. Like, it's been building up. And I believe he talked about in his book or somewhere how he talked about how he's felt like a coward before in his life because of his mom and the abusive relationships that she was in.
No, I think you're right. I've heard this.
You've heard too. This too. Okay, yeah. So I felt like maybe he, and even everything everyone's talking about with Jada,
yeah,
and like Tupac, and like all these things where it has probably beaten him down as a man. Yeah. So I feel like it wasn't just like this one thing. I feel like he felt this need to like prove himself and to basically stand up for his wife and show her that like he's still the man, or for his family. I'm not saying it was right, but I'm saying sometimes maybe at inappropriate times we all of a sudden finally feel this need to prove ourselves. Yeah. And we feel fed up with the cards that have been dealt, and all it takes is just one person fucking disrespecting us for us to blow up and be like, no more. Yeah. And I feel like we experienced that obviously front and center for the whole world to see on national television. Yeah. So that was hard for him, I'm sure, as a Libra. Libras hate being embarrassed. Uh-huh. But I do feel like he was fed up. Yeah. And it really was a crime of passion. You can call it that when it's not murder.
I agree, though. It so was a crime.
And that's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, I feel like I just need to reiterate, first and foremost, obviously, I love Will Smith. I feel like I've talked about it a couple of times on this channel. I ride for him. I'm always going to ride for him. When I saw this.
And I'm still going to ride for him.
I'm still going to ride for him. Right? Uh-oh, I'm sounding toxic over here. But truly, I love him.
But he comes home to me. No! Okay. No, go ahead. We love a toxic king. Yeah. All right.
And a toxic queen supporting him. Okay. Okay, so here I go. Okay, but truly, I really, actually, okay, again, never support violence. Yes. And really, when I think about it, if I was in that situation, I would feel uncomfortable. Like, I dated someone who was very like, and Will isn't angry, you know what I mean? Yeah. He doesn't give me like angry vibes, but I dated someone who was angry.
Of that. He's been a little too
so
silent.
Chill. He seems very sweet, very laid back. But I dated someone who was like, had like aggression, anger issues. And there were times where I was like, you're really going to fight somebody.
Yeah.
And this is scary and it's going to be a liability. You know what I mean? So
was Jada horny after?
I possibly. I also wonder because,
weird?
I watched the whole clip a couple of times.
You're like, per my calculations. What did you find?
I found that, in the beginning of the joke, he was actually kind of laughing.
I
So
saw
I don't
that
know
too.
if he was like processing or if Jada was like, you better go get him.
No. She's a Virgo. I feel like we would have seen that.
Well, she could have given a look. I feel like they didn't show it though. You know what I
Damn.
mean? That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. Now you got me mind fucked right now.
Because I saw her roll her eyes.
Oh, fuck.
Roll her eyes. And I feel like she kind of looked at him like,
you better go do something.
do something.
Oh my God. Now,
And she's been very open about her alopecia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is a very,
it's
heartbreaking
real,
disease for a lot of people who experience it.
Yeah.
And I would like to especially say for Black women who take so much pride and like love in their hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
maybe I'm sure he's also seen her go through the pain
Exactly.
of that. So he couldn't even, I feel like this also just hit different.
No, for sure. It's like,
it wasn't exactly.
It's not fucking funny.
And
And
you crossed the boundary.
Exactly. And I'm really actually, again, don't support violence, but I'm actually really kind of happy that he did this publicly because I feel like for
now
the first time in a while, don't fuck with him. And also, there are consequences when you disrespect Black women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially when their Black man is around who loves and is going to protect her.
Yeah.
There are consequences. And people need to know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I get
that
it. Some comedians,
they deserve to be respected and protected too.
Exactly.
Even if Black women are strong.
Right, because she has been very vocal about this.
Yeah.
And if Chris Rock is like a brother out here, you know what I mean?
wouldn't
He
be
should
talking
have known.
about
He should
it.
have been known about that. I knew about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's pretty well known. So the fact that he poked on that subject was trying to disrespect a Black woman like that on a national scale, I did not like that.
Yeah.
So again, don't support violence, but I really like how he kind of stepped up for her in that moment.
Mm-hmm. And decked him in the face.
Also, at first, when I read that, I was like, is this real? Because he
I
likes
knew
to
it
do
was
his
real.
funny skits.
I literally, I was one of them that I saw it
"Ooh."
right away, and I, you know me, I had to tweet about it. You know what I mean? And I tweeted and I said, and y'all love to say Libras don't fight, but also, can we also talk about the fact that after he did that, he won
Right.
an Oscar?
Yes, for Best Actor.
And that is not iconic, legendary behavior.
Yes. Ugh.
I don't know. And they're saying how they might take it away though, right?
Oh,
and that to me,
that's
this
fucked up.
is my thing. Take it away. Because we will always remember that he slapped him and right after he won the fucking Oscar.
Right.
No one's ever gonna forget that. Even if you were to take it away, we will still deem that as iconic, legendary, and everything.
No, for sure. For sure. I'm glad you brought this up though too, because it reminded me of something else that I saw in the media.
Oh shit.
So you saw that Denzel came up afterwards and was talking to him. And apparently he said in, this moment, the devil comes to you in the happiest of times.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and it's true.
yeah.
I mean, it is true.
Right.
But also, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. No, I love you, Denzel Washington, obviously.
Right.
I just feel like it's a way to dismiss, okay, we get it, but he did that. It's done with. There's
Right.
nothing he can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
And what, you're saying just because he was going to win that Oscar, he was tempted to do something stupid before and now he doesn't deserve it. All that shit to me, sometimes it's too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes it all happens at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And there's no need to make it about anything deeper than what it is.
For sure.
Something really bad happened to him. He had a reaction. We have to understand TVs, celebrities, big crowds. Yeah, we glorify that shit and it, becomes massive news on a large scale. But if that were to happen, let's say at a house party, someone disrespects your girl, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It just so happened to happen at the
On a-
fucking
yeah.
Oscars.
National scale.
Exactly.
yeah.
Sometimes we make the experiences of celebrities and famous people much bigger than it needs to be. So we're all just sitting there judging it well, maybe it means that and that and that. And the devil comes at you. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
No, it was a moment it was a heated moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was something that was, like I said, his wife, so like very dear to his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he just so happened to win something really important afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not that deep. Like, life just happens. And I feel like, I guess, I don't feel sorry for these celebs because they are thriving.
Right.
But I do feel sorry. I can empathize with the fact that they have to go through these shitty experiences on a national scale.
Yeah,
you know?
and everyone gets to
to
have an
judge and
opinion
have a say
about
on
it.
Yeah, think about if you were filmed every time you did something, some of your lowest times, and it was going to be right before you got something really big, a promotion or whatever. Like, would you want people to be there? Did she deserve that? I know what you did last night. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's really intense, and sometimes it's too much.
No, for sure. And everyone has a breaking point.
Exactly.
That's the other thing.
We've learned that with Britney.
Right.
You know? With a lot of celebrities at their prime.
Right.
But they're going through the craziest shit in the media.
And actually, I feel like the people who seem the nicest and like to have it together, you know what I mean? I feel like they're actually the ones who are experiencing like also the craziest shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And we don't really know what's going on behind closed doors.
At all, you guys. At all. And also, yeah, we don't know the relationship dynamics of, you know, Chris Rock and Will.
Yeah, no.
We don't know. We don't know if other, you know what I mean? We don't know any of it. People are just forming opinions.
Yeah, it's true.
Me included.
Mm-hmm. I had an opinion. Okay, I have a question.
I know it's about to get messy. Tell me.
So, how would you feel?
Oh, Lord.
If you were in this situation?
Let me just throw it back. If I was doing the slapping or the...
If I was... I know you're Big Daddy out here.
No, tell me. Not the slapping.
No, you're the Jada in this situation, and you're Boo's the Boo, being Will.
Yeah.
And he goes up there and slaps somebody. In theory, kind of in your honor, right?
Yeah.
to protect your name. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's okay?
Do you want the honest answer?
Yeah, I do.
You want, like, the politically correct answer?
No, I want your honest answer.
It would turn me on.
Oh my god!
I know. Am I the problem? No, you guys, like, this is all just whatever.
She gets to have her own opinion.
Exactly. You're telling me I have to be in her shoes. Like, people have been coming for my relationship for the past year, telling my husband that he's a little bitch. Like I just feel like if my man felt the need, and again, we're talking about my situation.
Right.
My boyfriend is not the type to just be out here slapping people.
Right.
I would have empathy in the sense that I know something has happened for him to reach that point.
Yeah.
I'm not going to demonize him for fucking standing up for me. I'm really not.
Fair.
I'm really not. Again, you're asking me what I would do in that situation with my boyfriend. I would be okay with it because it's not like him. So if he's reached that point, he really needs to show someone what's up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, you're talking to a Martian, baby. I could always make excuses as to why that fight needed to happen.
Right. Okay.
Again, don't be slapping people left and right all the time. That's not cute. Control yourself.
Right.
You know?
I
What
agree.
about you?
I agree. I feel like I kind of said earlier, someone who just has like an aggressive energy all the time would make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if somebody's always popping off, ready to slap somebody, you know what I mean? Ready to fight at like anything, like that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That makes me feel uncomfortable. Like I've been in this situation and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I feel actually like there was a time in my past relationship with an ex where I told you about this, someone was making fun of my laugh.
I remember.
And my ex was like, I'm about to fucking beat your ass. Like, you better shut the fuck up or I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, are you making fun of my girlfriend right now? I'm gonna beat your ass. And I was like, I'm scared.
Yeah, no.
Like, I was scared, you know?
For sure.
And hearing you say it of like, you know, if your man got to this point, you would obviously support him. Like, it wouldn't be coming out of nowhere because, you know, he's a good man and he's not just naturally aggressive. And the man I'm with now isn't aggressive. So I feel like I have to think about it in that sense. In that sense, in a totally different lens. And like, I would support my man, obviously, if he felt the need to slap someone. But ultimately, too, I would be like, oh, gosh,
Like, why'd it get there?
Why'd it get there?
Why'd I
You
have
know
to
what
get
I
there?
mean?
I agree, totally.
Ultimately, like we said, I don't really like violence that much. I would rather you try and like diss them and disrespect them with your words before you had to lay any type of hands on them.
Absolutely.
Personally.
No.
Yeah. But you are so right, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And the thing is, I feel like, again, going back to the fact that my man is not like that, it makes me think about like how shitty he would feel after he's done that. So I want to be supportive to how guilty he feels. I don't want to be like, why'd you do that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the last thing he needs. He probably already feels guilty and feels shitty and knows that his emotions got
out
the
of
best
control.
of him.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another reason why I am going to still stand by him.
Totally.
Because like everyone else is going to be demonizing him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so why wouldn't I stand by him?
Yeah.
Again, if it was a one-off violent act that I'm not used to. And not a violent act. Like, this is a slap.
Right.
If we're talking a punch, like, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, because
Did he punch him? Oh, no, he punched him.
No, he like slapped him.
Was it really?
Yeah,
It was
he
a
gave
slap?
him a good like slap. He got a big ass hand, so you know. But
Okay, yeah, there you go. Got him.
Like Will Smith's hand compared to Chris Rock's head looked.
You know, it's like, I feel like this is going to be beneficial for Chris Rock's career because he's going to have a whole little thing in his skits now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like forever now.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
Hope they figure it out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I actually need more pictures of everyone's reactions.
Like
after that one
everyone.
because
Did you see Lupita's?
yes, Lupita's is great. Did you see Nicole Kidman?
No.
Bitch.
Oh my God. Okay, we're going to do in real time. We're going to see their reactions. And maybe you should post it here in the video. If you're listening, you should go watch the video. Oh my God. Show me Nicole Kidman.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. Stop.
That's so good.
Oh my God.
I need more.
That is fucking hilarious.
I mean, everyone was
Shooketh to their core.
right.
Oh my God. What's Chris Rock's sign? He's an Aquarius with an Aries moon.
Oh my god. Oh.
You know Will Smith is the Scorpio moon?
I did not.
You did not know that your man's has a Scorpio moon?
Wow, he's a troubled man.
That's why I'm like, he was holding that shit in.
Oh. Poor.
That poor,
It just built up too
man.
much.
that poor toxic man.
He just exploded.
Yep,
I mean, everybody has their breaking point.
exactly. I just think it's funny that these two Martians,
Right.
Aries moon, Scorpio moon, like, don't fucking talk to me like that. And these two air suns that are like, hey, everything's funny, everything's so fun. And then their Martian moons are like, we're gonna fight.
Right. Oh my gosh.
I know. Okay, so you want to know the funniest thing ever?
Yes.
Like ever?
she's ready to.
To laugh,
Giggle.
to feel all the things.
Yes. Tell me more.
Okay, so I guess Britney Spears just started getting into Euphoria.
Oh, okay.
And she said that, you know, Euphoria helps her anxiety. She said, good God, it's too good. I'm a little behind anyways. Watching this and being entertained by these crazy plots, I suddenly felt all my anxiety go away. The show was like meditation. And literally, someone said, oh my God, Britney's been through so much that Euphoria is helping her relax. And I started crying because truly, when I watch Euphoria, I feel like I am at the grocery store at the age of 9 and I just lost my mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like the anxiety I feel
Is
like,
so
or like when you're at
high.
the checkout and you're like 10 and your mom's like, I'm gonna go get something. And you're almost there and you're like,
Am I gonna have to pay for this?
Yeah.
I don't have any money.
That's the anxiety I feel while watching Euphoria. So the fact that poor Britney experiences stillness and calmness via Euphoria,
Oh my god.
it makes me, I don't know.
It makes my heart break a little bit and feel a little sad because I actually feel like we haven't finished Euphoria because of how much anxiety.
It's like I've actually finished it with clips I've seen online of the scenes I care about.
Yeah.
But yeah, truly Euphoria is a lot. It's fucking a lot. But yeah, Brittany, I just want to give you a weighted blanket and I want to play some healing frequency music while I burn some incense and give you a joint.
Seriously.
That will help you relax.
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to smoke. Then I'll give you a glass of wine.
Yeah. And also, I feel like, girl, I want you to do like a tell-all because I feel
you have
like
to release.
She has to release. You know what I mean? And if this brings her calmness, I can't imagine what the fuck was going on in her life.
Actually.
You know what I mean?
Actually.
Because this shit is chaotic.
It's chaotic as fuck.
That's so wild, though.
Right?
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Actually, too, I just thought of all of the weird, terrible parent trauma that goes on in Euphoria, and she probably really resonates with that.
Oh my God. It like brings comfort to her soul.
Yes.
She's like, we're all fucked up.
Right.
Which we are.
We are.
But the extent that Euphoria goes through and that Brittany's family has put her through.
Yeah.
That's some other shit. That's some next level shit.
For real. Oh, in other celebrity news.
Oh, here we go.
It is sad.
Oh.
I heard that Daddy Yankee is retiring.
Oh.
Right?
That's so sad. I know. That's why. That's the end of an icon.
Right?
But honestly, I can appreciate when celebs, I don't know why he's retiring, but he's done his job.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm still bangers.
Despacito?
Yeah, like iconic. So I can appreciate that. Mm-hmm. When artists are like, I'm done, bye.
Right.
I actually like it when
it's classy.
When they make that choice for themselves.
Mm-hmm. They choose to leave because I feel like some people don't age
they
out of the
trying
business
to milk
gracefully.
It. I know.
You know what I mean? And they be hating on youngsters or like trying to mooch off them and stuff.
Yeah.
And like,
oh God, it's toxic.
Their concerts all like washed up.
Yeah.
It's like, you should have just, I don't know.
That's don't let the door hit you on the way out.
But like,
no, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, walked away
also,
when you were on top. I don't know.
I also feel like that's why it's so important to have multiple streams of revenue.
Yeah.
So when it comes to everything, not just even artistry, I feel like with life, it's really important to have multiple streams of revenue because then you don't just stay somewhere because you feel obligated to financially.
Yeah.
You know, like if something isn't hitting for you or if something is just not enjoyable for you anymore or you're not passionate about it, you have the opportunity to leave.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when you are just getting that money or, you know, all of your stability in life from just one place, you kind of feel tied to it. And I feel like some of them maybe feel the need to keep making it.
Yeah.
Art, music, whatever it may be for you. And sometimes you have to have the option to let go.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I feel like it's really powerful, too, to be able to walk away from that level of fame.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like, I feel like a lot of people and a lot of artists are very narcissistic. And I get it. Like, you have to, like, really believe in yourself to kind of think that this shit's going to happen for you. You know what I mean? But to walk away and say, like, I don't need all of this attention anymore, I feel like is kind of, it doesn't happen very often, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you have to, I feel like, reach a certain level of self-love.
Yeah.
You know, like, real self-love of, like, I don't need love from anyone else other than myself. Like, you know what I mean? That's when you are able to, I feel like, walk away from fame. And
right.
being recognized, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And people literally just sucking your dick.
Right.
You know, all the time. And if you've experienced it, I can only imagine how much harder it is to leave it.
Right.
You know?
For sure.
I feel like self-love is probably the hardest for people that have been in the business for a long time. Because they are always being gratified.
Yes.
For all that they are all the time. You're having
exactly
a bad day.
that.
Oh, a lot of people are loving on you. Why should you have a bad day? They're paying you compliments all the time. Everywhere you go, they're obsessed with you. How can you not love yourself? So to choose to walk away from that and live a more private lifestyle, I feel like you definitely have to be at a place where you've recognized the power of self-love.
Totally. I feel like it's a new level of ascension.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, you've had millions of people from different backgrounds, different parts of the world love your music, and you're like, I'm gonna walk away from that. And I just feel like that's so fucking cool. Also, though, I just realized
he's still making money off that shit.
For sure. I also just realized as I was talking, what if he's gonna be like one of the other artists who's like, I quit, and then he comes back.
That's why I don't even believe artists anymore. When they're like, I'm done.
You're like,
I'm not doing this anymore.
amazing
Next
for
day.
walking
That's me when I say I'm not going to drink anymore.
all right.
Enough is enough. This is the last drink I'll ever have. Unless you want to go out tonight, then let me know. I think I'm off at 7.
Right. Give me a few minutes to get ready.
You know what I mean? I feel like I've seen it happen so many times with artists. So when they're like, I quit. And they're like leaving and looking back at you. Do you care?
Do you want me to stay? Just say you want me to stay.
But if you really are quitting, love it.
No.
Love that for you. Fully support you in this journey.
Yes, and your retirement.
Yeah, enjoy.
Enjoy.
All right, remember when we did our reactions to the friendship red flags list
Yes.
from We the Urban on Instagram?
Yes.
I have a couple more from that post that I thought we could talk about. Okay.
Yes.
One of them is pay attention to the ones who only talk about themselves and never ask about you. Woo! Woo!
Ooh.
A little narcissism moment.
Ooh. Yes. Okay, can I just say I really hate this one, and I personally struggled with this one a little bit more because I love to talk. And so I could fill up the space, you know what I mean? Not necessarily realizing their hater energy, because if I allowed them to talk a little more, I would have realized that they weren't asking about me, or you know what I mean? Really caring about me. It was just me talking at them. Almost. You know what I mean? It wasn't us having a conversation.
Either way, you were going to provide space for yourself to talk, even if it wasn't made for you.
Yes.
Got it. Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm sure a lot of people would relate to that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're an extrovert, or when you feel uncomfortable with silence, so you just feel the need to talk.
Yeah. Fill it up.
You don't notice it. It's not as easily noticeable.
Well, yeah, because I'm literally trying to fill the gap of you low-key judging me. Like, I don't always realize it in that moment. Sometimes I take it as, oh, you're being awkward or you're not comfortable yet.
Yeah.
So I continue to talk. And then it's not until when I'm home alone later, I'm like, oh, no. They were judging me. And they were looking at me like I was a dumb. Yeah, they didn't care about me at all.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You know, and it's like, I feel like it's kind of the opposite experience for me, because I don't talk as much, and I let people, unless I'm very comfortable with you, then I'm a chatterbox, but usually I just let people talk, and boy, do they love to talk. And they just love to talk and love to talk and talk and talk, and I'm just here to listen and give you advice, because that's what I love to do. But the older I got, the more I realized, like, wait a fucking second. I'm not here to be your fucking therapist. You pay for that. You're not paying me. Why the fuck am I just listening to you?
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's not equal. You know what I mean? I get it. I can be a great listener, but I want to be listened to. I want people to create that space for me where I feel comfortable enough to share all my stories with them, all my emotions with them, like I create for them. You know, and the more I started to realize that there was this disbalance in a lot of my friendships, I started to get more angry with myself, because I'm like, how did I allow myself to get in this place with multiple friendships where they just feel comfortable unwinding and telling me everything and sending me paragraphs of shit they're going through, and I don't feel comfortable telling that to them because that safe space wasn't created for me.
Yeah.
And I was just so mad at myself, because I'm like, you've let it go on for this long, you know?
Yeah.
So I just started creating that space for myself. I'm like, well, you know what? Here's what I've been going through. And that wasn't natural for me, because I usually just didn't. And I felt like, you know, I'll just be the one that listens. And it was creating a war within myself. And I started getting angry. So I realized, I'm just gonna talk about myself too.
No.
And you know, a lot of times it was self-sabotage, and I have a hard time opening up to people. So it was even easier for me to be like, well, you know what? I'll just let you talk. You know? It's almost easier to do that when you don't want to open up to people. So I started telling myself, well, you know what? First of all, you have to create that space for yourself, because it's not fair if they're the only ones telling you the shit they're going through.
Yeah.
Second of all, you have to be better at being vulnerable, is what I told myself. Like, I love being emotional with people, but when it comes to my shit, it's hard for me to open up. So it was easy to just be the one listening. So lately I've just been better at being vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And again, what we always talk about, I don't need validation from someone when I'm having this moment of intimacy with them through, deep emotional conversations. Like, I don't need them to validate me.
Yeah.
I can just share my experience without needing any sort of validation back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because I'm really good at validating people and being emotionally available, I'm going to get disappointed if I think people are going to do that for me. But that doesn't mean that I shouldn't be telling them what I'm going through.
For sure. Because, again, it comes back to it not really being fair to you at the end of the day, because all of these people, in a way, are unloading on you, but nothing is being offloaded.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Exactly.
It's not like,
I'm just taking it in.
I hate to think of feelings and emotions being so transactional like that, but it
they
kind
are.
of is
It's
in
energy
that sense.
exchange.
You know what I mean? It's just like, you have a lot of heavy weight and energy otherwise from yourself, but also from other people who just, keep telling you about their life and don't care to relieve you of any of that baggage. You know what I mean? Like, damn, let me carry this for you for even if it's just for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I want people to realize too. Like, I feel like when I open up and share things about what's going on in my life, I don't expect you to have all the answers or anything like that, but you just talking to me and venting with me and saying you hear me for 30 minutes makes me feel so much better. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's why it's so important to ask, well, do you want me to give you a solution, or do you want me to just be here for you?
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes you want different things.
Totally.
You know?
That was actually one of the biggest things I've had to realize in friendships is everybody needs love and support in different ways. Obviously, but you just know your one way of how you give love and support. You know what I mean? But when you are around other people and you see that sometimes the way you love and support them isn't the way that they need to be loved and supported, you're like, oh, well, yeah, I need to adjust to make sure that they still feel loved and supported by me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. You know what I just thought about, though? I feel like I just had a breakthrough. What if, people that are extroverted and super social, they have the energy to be social because they are always releasing their thoughts and feelings and emotions? You know? Social extroverted people are always talking about their experience, what they're going through. This just happened to me. That just happened to me. And then that happened to me. They're just telling you everything they're going through and everything that has happened to them. So how could they not feel lighter? Yeah. After sharing everything they go through all the time. Of course they have the time and energy to go around and be around town and go do all these things. Yeah. Whereas when you're introverted and you're not doing it, you are keeping it in. Mm-hmm. You aren't necessarily sharing it with a lot of people. It does make you feel a little bit heavier. You do need to stay home and figure out what it is that you're going through and process it by yourself.
Yeah, and that takes longer, I think, too.
It does.
It may be longer lasting for some people, for sure, but it helps me definitely to be able to talk to other people and hear other perspectives.
Yeah.
My perspective is still mine and I'll do what I want to do at the end, but I like to hear how other people move and operate through the world too.
Absolutely.
And sometimes what you're doing isn't successful. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need other people's perspectives and a new vision to help you get to where you're really supposed to go.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes when you're just battling all of those feelings alone, you don't give the people the opportunity to teach you new things. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, this one says, pay attention to how your nervous system reacts around certain people. The energy will always tell you what you need to know.
Oof.
This one hits because I've said this before, I believe on the podcast or in a YouTube video. There are times where I hang out with people, not anymore, but when I used to, and I'd come home and I would need a break from how I felt while I was around them. Why do I need a break from, you know what I mean? Why do I need to recuperate myself after hanging out with you? You know what I mean?
That's supposed to be relaxation, but exactly. I'm not relaxing when I'm with you.
Exactly. When I'm with friends or people I love, typically they pour into me.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's different if they're going through something and I need to pour it into them. I just feel like the people I love, they're going to make me feel calm. Mm-hmm. My nervous system needs to feel calm. If I'm around you and I love you, why would I be around people that stress me out? Have I been around people that stress me out? Hell yeah. When I was younger. And I thought that shit was normal. That's just life. I'm like, no.
No, truly.
Us together is toxic.
Yes.
And I'm not even going to just blame it on them. Something about our body chemistries together is
Right.
not happening.
Well, sometimes, like, I had a hard time accepting that that's what I was feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That funny feeling of like, I don't think I trust them. You know what I mean? And it's always like we say and what we hear, your intuition speaks very softly.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's a
mean? They're not
quiet
going to
voice.
repeat themselves. They're not going to, be like hella loud all up in your face. But there have been multiple times around friends, again, in the past, they're not my friends anymore, where I was like, oh,
Something feels off.
why am I anxious around them?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I always have to be watching what I say
Yeah.
or worrying about what I do?
You also don't know what you're going to get into when you're with them.
Mm-hmm.
Even just social things.
Truly.
Like, you're like, oh, shit, what are we going to get into tonight? But it was just normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like this is kind of triggering to me because I've had, I'm sure you guys can relate, so many friends where I just never felt fully comfortable with, but they were my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never felt safe with them. I never felt comfortable with them. And when I think about my friends now as an adult, like they create literally a safe space, a warm blanket,
Right.
a warm hug for me every time I'm with them. I feel the most safe with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I had these friends and I get it, we were young. They didn't know themselves. I didn't know myself. Like we were just trying to figure out who we were. But like I, as an adult now, as soon as I feel uncomfortable around you or that I'm being judged or, again, I don't feel safe or you say something and it makes me feel funny, I will never, ever feel the need to hang with you again or to be around you again.
That part.
There's
Like-
no reason for me to figure out, well, why do they make me feel this way? No, they made you feel weird.
Mm-hmm. End
That's
of story.
it. Done.
End of story.
You don't need to figure out why they are the way they are. Like, if you
Doesn't matter.
If you don't make me feel good, if I'm around you and I don't feel good, I love myself enough to keep away.
And that's that. Because, like, nobody's going to make me feel uncomfortable.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's something that I've really been teaching myself and as I'm
Yeah.
getting older is like, I am not going to be uncomfortable for somebody else's comfort.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And if you're making me feel funny and you're supposed to be my friend supporting me, no. Like, that's a hard fucking no from
Yeah.
me, dog.
Absolutely. Like, absolutely
Because
not.
I feel like these people are your enemies.
They are.
You know what I mean? They're bringing that hater energy. There's a reason why you feel sick to your stomach. Like, you can't trust them. It's like, you can't.
That's because you can't.
You know?
Yeah.
Shady things, like, are probably going to go down.
Yeah.
And it makes me so sad because, like, there were multiple times where I was younger where I didn't trust my intuition.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. When we're young, we're just living with our ego. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, we're just living through how we want to be perceived. And again, I feel like we were desperate for friendship.
Yeah.
At a certain age, you're
Acceptance.
desperate for friendship and acceptance. So, of course, you're going to let people get away with more things.
Yeah.
Because that's your fucking friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The more, like I said, full circle.
God.
The older you get, you're like, I don't even need you that much. So if you're going to make me feel weird, I don't want you. I'll be alone. I'm okay on my own.
Right.
This is why it's important to be okay, to be on your own. Then you're not so desperate out here for men, women, friendship, whatever, jobs, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be desperate.
It's true, because I've said this
The
before
universe
too. It's
got
like
you.
when
Be
you
patient.
when you set the standard, people will always try to meet the bar or go above the bar.
Yeah.
If you don't set a bar, people are always going to be living underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's going to get harder when you try to set boundaries later.
Right. And then
Always
it's,
start with strong boundaries.
right. And it's confusing to them when you're like, well, maybe this, maybe this. It's like,
Mhm.
no.
Figure it out and stick to it.
Stick it to it.
That's my boundary and I'm sticking to it.
That's right.
I think we're good.
Yes.
All right.
We love you.
We love you
So much.
We hope you like the pod. We know you like the pod. These late night pods, definitely the energy hits different. I know you can feel it.
Like, we a little silly.
Actually, we're a little silly. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're listening to us on a podcast streaming platform, obviously. Give us a review. Share us with your friends. All of our socials are in the YouTube description box. If you're listening, we're at CharmedanDangerous on Instagram, and our Twitter handles are, like I said, going to be in the YouTube description. So just go and watch the video if you're listening.
Yes.
At least do it once a month. You know what I mean? So you can see all of our info in the description box that you would need.
And don't
you
forget.
can comment too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
more fun.
interactive.
It's interactive that way. Y'all know we are very expressive. So, our faces, I feel like, are...
We
should win an Oscar.
Yeah,
for
you know what I mean? If you think we're funny listening to us, just watch my face.
My face is half the comedy, I think.
I would agree.
Truly, we're very expressive ladies.
We are.
And as y'all know, we post the podcast every Wednesday. We post our YouTube videos every Monday and Thursday typically. But if we don't, we post about it on our socials. So make sure you're following us on there, okay? We love you so much.
Keep killing this Aries season. And by killing, I don't mean murder.
No.
I mean actual, energy killing.
Yeah. Okay,
bye.
bye.